are back for another Motivational Monday. This is Dwight Braswell. Very excited. I'm thinking we might just cut it down to one video a week. It seems like you're only wanting one video a week. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're just wanting one video. That's enough for you. Maybe some blog posts, some interactions on Facebook, Twitter, etc. But if I'm wrong on that, let me know. But it seems like, Dwight, I just want Motivational Monday. Talk to me for a couple minutes, and that's good. So let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, a lot of great stuff today. Today, this one's called Chalk It Up as a Loss. Chalk It Up as a Loss is the name of this one. I've got some notes here, so forgive me. Lift it up, chalk it up, and live to fight another day. That's it. Lift it up, chalk it up, live to fight another day. You know, my kids, sometimes they struggle to eat. And so I'm like, all right, well, let me come up with some cool stuff. You know, we got the give, live, love. I'm good with that. So with my kids, it's grab it, scoop it, eat it. My daughter, Viviana, if you talk to her while she's eating, you just say, grab it. She'll go, scoop it, eat it. Grab it, scoop it, eat it. It's awesome. Grab it, scoop it, eat it. It's fantastic. So lift it up, chalk it up, live to fight another day. That's what this one's all about. So excited. Today, let's do some shout outs. Bear Nation shout outs. Seems like you're loving that, so let's go ahead. So I had somebody come back to me after a while. I haven't talked to this guy in a long time, and he reached out to me. He's got an incredible organization, so I want to highlight that right now. Mike Farrow came back, and he and his mom, Nancy Farrow, created an organization called Epic Experience several years ago, and their whole thing is creating outdoor adventure camps for cancer fighters. This is an incredible story. Mike Farrow, young guy, 2007, he's diagnosed with cancer, obviously shocks his whole entire family. His mom, Nancy, devastated, right? Obviously. But they got through it, and they decided after coming through it and surviving cancer, there wasn't really anything to help uplift and bring people back to life and get people back in the game after the cancer experience. And so they created this organization that's just fantastic. And I would encourage you to check it out. It's epicexperience.org. Check it out. You can do fundraising. You can donate. You can get involved. There's so many ways. I've got about a 5-minute video right here. Love the website. So many ways to get involved. So check that out. Check out the video right there on the homepage, and I think you'll really love it. Again, epicexperience.org. Check that out. So thank you, Mike, again for reaching out. Here's another great one. We've got some birthdays. Sydney, very, very active on the Bear Nation community. Thank you so much for being so awesome. But hey, happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. And Brian Basin, my lead guitar player back in the day and one of my good friends, Brian Basin, happy 4th of July, obviously, was his birthday. So there we go. Now, we did do a giveaway this week. You know, after Give, Live, Love More, I was just like, all right, this is 4th of July weekend. How can I celebrate? Boom! I threw it out there, gave about an hour time frame where people could get my top performer audio training program. And wow, I was shocked at how many people started messaging me and Facebooking me and all these different things. So a couple people got it that I'll just mention. Everybody else, you know who you are. So we have Evan that got it, Stace, Tina, Audra, there was Tony and Jimmy and so many more. So if I missed you, I'm sorry, but thank you so much for engaging. I hope you enjoyed the program. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know how I can help. And again, let's lift others together. So as you learn, apply those principles and let me know how I can help as well. So a lot of good stuff to cover. Let's get in to the topic. So chalk it up as a loss. I learned that this weekend. I wanted to share it. You know, many times when we change behavior, as you know, I've been going through some happiness changes. My wife's like, hey, new husband, loving it. But a lot of times when we change behavior, new diet, new exercise program, whatever it might be, what do? We expect perfection, right? And then when we fall, maybe once, twice, what do? You're right, we quit. I do it the same way. It's happened over and over. No matter what it is, it happens to us. I'm going to read every night, and then we miss a night, and we're like, all right, didn't really want to do that anyway, right? And we start lowering our targets, and I love it. I literally have said to myself, I didn't really want to do that anyway. No. I just get the guilt out of there. So I want to encourage you to change that mindset. I really do. And here's how we do it. Instead of scrapping everything, change the mindset and instead celebrate the new behavior. Celebrate that new behavior, because most of the time you're following it, right? Celebrate the new behavior, and when you fall, chalk it up as a loss. And you can't be perfect all the time. So how did this come to be? So it's July 4th. July 4th. We're going down to the Springs about 45 minutes away. My wife and I will wake up, going to get the kids ready, and for some reason I wanted Starbucks. Now, hey, I don't know why, I don't know what it was, but you know when you want something really bad and you have it in your mind and you're like, I'm going to get that. So you start, okay, no problem. It's in my mind. So we're getting everybody ready, and I could tell my wife was not in the 100% best mood. You know how it is. I wasn't either, so whatever. So we're going to go down to the in-laws. We're going to pick up my mother-in-law in the meantime. So we've decided, she's like, all right, we're going to McDonald's to get the breakfast. McDonald's for the breakfast. Okay, no problem. So we get to the McDonald's, and my mother-in-law hasn't arrived yet. So I'm like, okay, Starbucks. It's only about 5-10 minutes away. I'm like, okay, we're going to get the Starbucks. And she says, no, we're not. We got to get down to the Springs. We're not getting the Starbucks. I'm like, oh, no. We can just go down there. And all of a sudden, my new behavior, my new happiness went away. And I just started boiling. And now usually, a couple months ago, or a month ago, I would have just said, no, we're going to go, and I'll get it, no big deal. So I said that. I said, no, we're going to go. So I start driving, and I wasn't really going to go. But I just, for some reason, you know how you just start struggling with it. And you're like, oh my gosh, yes. And she's like, I cannot believe you. And we just start going back to that. And it was just, and I just parked the car, waited for the mother-in-law, decided not to get the Starbucks. That was the first one. Second one came about the middle of the day. We're having a good time. We went to the parade. We did all this great stuff. And then guess what happens? We're working. My wife and I are working. And when I start getting into work, because we had to get some stuff done, I'm into work. And they're like, hey, you want to come play and like do some racing? And I was like, no, you guys go. And I'm like, I know I'm supposed to just be like, yes, absolutely, let's do it. But I wasn't feeling it, so I was getting, So finally I did, but I was like, oh gosh, it hurts. It was not coming natural, okay? It was not nice. And then at the end of the day, here's the third one. At the end of the day, my son did not want to go. He's 4 years old. Didn't want to go. We were like, all right, we're leaving. We're going, we're leaving. He starts crying. And now what we've been trying to do and what we've been doing successfully is getting down to their level, recapping what they've said, paraphrasing it back to them, and really having a nice conversation with our kids. It settles them down. I wasn't having it. I was like, son, we're leaving. Let's go. Come on, you're a big boy. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. He wasn't going, starts screaming, crying, all that. So decided, all right, no problem. Let's leave it alone. So I walk outside. We're going to load the car. And here it is. My wife and I are loading up the car. And I just said, she was a little bit lighter in the attitude. And it was nice. And I said, man, it's been tough today. Man, it's been tough today. And she looks at me. Lovingly, she just puts her hand on my back, very, very gently. She says, chalk it up as a loss. Can't be perfect. Man. Touches the back. Chalk it up as a loss. Can't be perfect. Ah! Now, let me tell you, I'm the kind of guy who's like, well, see? Well, you're judging me because I'm not the perfect guy anymore. All that. You start playing these games in your head. But the bottom line is this. You can't be perfect all the time. You can't. Emily, on one of my teams, is when I was a manager, she would say, day doesn't make a week. Week doesn't make a month. A month doesn't make a year. And she's right. There's always tomorrow. Here's an example. 2 days later, my wife has to go to New York for trial. She's an attorney. Anyway, I woke up, actually today. I woke up today, and I was like not feeling 100%. You know, I was a feeling kind of person. You're like, all right, got to take care of the kids, no problem. It's all good. So what I did is instead of like trying to like feel good, all I did was I said, you know what, I'm going to do something different. Now, my mother-in-law loves to go to church on Sundays, and so I was like, all right, we're going to go to church with my mother-in-law. So I reached out to her. She's like, yes, we're leaving at this time. Within 45 minutes, we had to like be out the door, get the kids ready, everything. So all of a sudden, I just started like into action mode, and I just did something to shake it up, to bring myself back into the game. Because I might not have felt like it, but all of a sudden when I'm doing something to give to others, because my mother-in-law loves it when we go to church with her. She loves that. And my wife texts me, and she says, hey, what are you doing? And I said, we're going to church, we're going to have lunch, all that. And she says, wow, you know, I'm really impressed by the way that you've been giving more of yourself over the last month. 2 days ago, I messed up several times, over and over. But what was I able to do? Chalk it up as a loss. Lift it up, chalk it up, and live to fight another day. I'm telling you, there are so many examples in your own life where you too can keep on moving, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter how you feel all the time, okay? You're going to have those bad days. But if you don't expect perfection, then you'll be able to reach the new behavior, the goals, the targets that you're setting. And you'll be able to really embrace and love the life that you've been given. So remember, give more, live more, and love more. And if you fall, lift it up, chalk it up, and live to fight another day. Here's to your success. I'll see you guys in the next video.